Even the Kansas State game, we got to play better around them at times, but I thought they consistently played physical, and that was probably one of their better performances, no doubt, was Saturday.
Speaking of physical, this Texas team coming in here, big, typical defensive line for the Longhorns. Talk a little bit about them.
Yeah, big, physical, athletic guys in the linebacker and secondary. It is what it is. Everybody understands what Texas is, so we definitely have our work cut out for us, but we're going to have the same approach. We're going to try to be physical. We believe we are physical, so we'll see how it goes.
What have they done differently over the last couple of weeks to kind of change their complexion over there on defense?
Probably simplified it a little bit, added more walking the safety down in the box a little more, outnumbering you in the box a little more to stop the run. Probably, eliminating a lot of stuff. From what I see, it's probably a little more, simple for those guys. They don't do a whole lot, but before that, the safeties were back a little more, and so they're bringing those guys down a little bit more than they were from what I see. So it's the same. It's really the same stuff. It's just probably not as much.
Talking about a team that started out 1-2 and down there on a 5-game roll, light switch obviously went on. You're dealing with a team that's going to be playing with a lot of confidence this weekend.
Yeah, no doubt. Anytime you go on a 5-game winning streak, you got to give those guys a lot of credit. They had adversity at the beginning of the season. I think they started out with 0-2, right? Mm-hmm. And then for them to hold it together says a lot for Coach Brown and everybody really hold it together and come back on a 5-game win streak.
How big is this national TV night game playing the Texas Longhorns first time ever in Morgantown?
I think it's big. Our kids, we view it as it's the biggest game because it's the next game. And obviously it's a night game here in Morgantown. We're coming off a win, so it should be a good atmosphere. And so hopefully hopefully it won't be much to get them to play hard.
Thanks a lot, Shane.
Thank you, bro.
Shannon, David said today that just because of development and time, that you guys don't have the great explosive skill players you want. That'll come over time. But can you guys do things on offense later in the season that as you kind of figured out who they are and maybe who they aren't, but you can do different things or do things that get the most out of them before they become what you want them to be?
Well, hopefully, we're doing the same things with them. Hopefully, we're just doing it better. That's the word development, in my opinion, means doing the same things with kids over and over enough to where they get comfortable and they can make plays. And so, the only way you develop kids is to be consistent and keep doing the same things over, saying the same things, and having them and the quarterbacks just continue repping the same things the same way. And hopefully you'll start getting better results, which I think, one thing that I said last week is we're not distributing the ball enough, and I think that was one positive in the game is I think 9 different players touched the ball, so that's a positive, and so we got to continue to do that to be successful.